Robert E. Lee.
It's his birthday today.
Well, it was Martin Lucifer King's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, but imagine if the South had won. We'd be having Robert E. Lee Day today.
What do you mean? No, it was just, that was part one.
Yeah.
That was, part two is coming. Don't worry about it. Dean in Texas. Thanks for holding, Dean.
Yes, hey, John, Bob, Robbie. It's great to hear from you, or great to talk to you. I love this show. If there's any Patriot program that they need to hear each week, it's going to be this one. It's one of the few places I can go for truthful, incisive information about the economy. I had a comment and a question. My comment is I hope that if Robbie goes back to Africa, that he at least takes time to do this show while he's there, because we love him. And
no.
Well, look, today's modern technology, that is very much a real possibility.
Oh, well, wait a minute here. Something has been added here, because Bob, I think you were there with us that day, that he said that it wouldn't be possible for him to do a program down there because of the time differences. And
the time differences, I would be imagining a weekend show as opposed to a daily show at 5 o'clock, where it is now 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's about the time you get up, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. But, yeah, technology makes it possible. I mean, Skype now is worldwide. So.
Well, we haven't broke the news, Dean, to him yet, that he's not going anywhere. And we've already got him in the Interpol list as he is a domestic terrorist here. And it would be really, really bad for South Africa to allow this man back in his country of origin. We've already got it fixed, so. Robbie just doesn't know it yet.
Well, my question is for Robbie and to Bob. I was wondering what they thought about last week's CFTC hearings and the discussions about position limits and what they think the effects may be on the gold and silver market and what they see in the gold and silver market going forward. And I'll hang up and listen.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Gentlemen?
An exercise in futility. They're not going to do anything. 16 months of hearing and nothing accomplished.
Well, I mean, I try to remember back to the days of limits, Bob. Silver was 50 cents, gold was $25. But those limits were imposed more to help on the short side than on the long side. I mean, that was we're going back to the Hunt brothers debacle.
Well, it's the relief of concentration that's being pursued. And concentration is when one or two or three or four players, banks, called commercials, they say, we have we're short silver because we're long over there in the over-the-counter market, and then they show their positions. And that's the excuse that they give. But they still depressing the price. Now, silver had a very strong day again today, and in March it closed up very strongly. It was up, what was it? Trying to think here. I got it written down.
I have it up.
37 in March, and the spot market was up 14. Is that what you've got?
I got it up 12 at 1876.
Yeah, well, the outside market was 37 on the plus side, and we're approaching 19 at 1878. We'll go through 19. We're gonna attack the old high, and the same with gold. It's got two minor technical spots at 1140 and 1160, and after that, it's free sailing. And you've got this concentration going on. There's four large shorts that control over 80% of the shorts in silver, and one of them, J.P. Morgan Chase, has about 25% of that. And so these people, there's no question, they're working in concert with one another in behalf of the United States government to suppress the price, and they're doing the same thing in gold. I mean, look at the short position. I didn't see last week, but we're talking about 295,000 short net contracts in a market where 95,000 shorts is normal. And so the government's gone all out. And if the physical buyers continue to do what they're doing and the highs are broken and both run away, there's going to be some substantial losses taken by the American taxpayer, for whom the United States government is acting in behalf of, because they know better what's good for America than Americans do.
And then explain to me, first of all, the action in platinum and palladium. It's as if they have moved into a whole different arena on their own. And
the explanation is, number one, underlying Chinese buying, but that's not the real factor. It's the ETF, the exchange-traded fund that just started trading last week. And it's anticipation of people getting very actively involved in that ETF. And that's why you're seeing the extraordinary moves in both platinum and palladium.
That 1140 is definitely a serious resistance. It broke above 1140 today very briefly in the cash market, got to 1140.50. But it was for only a few momentary seconds, and then it dipped below 1140. These technical analyst people really drive me nuts, Bob.
Well, and that's
They drive me nuts too, because in a manipulated market, it doesn't work. I mentioned it because so many people watch that stuff. And incidentally, I have platinum up $50.40 today at $1646.50, and palladium up $18.15 at $465.90. And there's no real fundamental underlying reason for them to be where they are.
Well, I called the new normal for gold. The floor is 1100, and it looks like it's steadying on that. By the way, stock market, what was it up to today? 10,700 and what? What did Dow close at, Robbie?
Well, we had a new 52-week high. 10,700.
We'll be right back. Robbie?
I thought the hour was up already. I was going, what? Am I still on medication?
By the way, Bob, I told Robbie, when I was a kid, if you had a tooth that came out, you put it under your pillow, the tooth fairy would give you a quarter. Well, Robbie found $2.98 under his pillow last week.
Yeah, the bill from the dentist for $20,000.
Oh, jeez, Pete.
You had your teeth done in the wrong country. You should have gone right down there to Nogales or Puente Pinellas, and it would have cost you 20% of that.
Well, let me tell you, I now have perfect teeth.
Perfect teeth. All right, hey, who can argue with perfect?
So said the lion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I would make that claim too if I spent $20,000, wouldn't you, Bob? I'd be ashamed to admit.
No, that wasn't the original intention of going for a 6-month checkup.
Yeah, it's just like any of these greedy people, these worldwide globetrotters. They come here, take advantage of the system, make tons of money, and then they want to go home.
Yeah, it's like taking your car for a service, an oil change, and the guy ends up telling you have to replace the motor.
Speaking of which, that IXL, the anti-friction stuff, we've been selling the dog snot out of that stuff. People are real happy with it. Check it out. IXL, the anti-friction stuff, no PTFEs, graphites, any of that stuff. The stuff works. And guess what? It's eco-friendly. I'm not telling you can drink the stuff, but it's non-toxic, at any rate. Robbie, the deal, drum roll, deal, Bob Chapman. There it is. Deal of the day from Bob Chapman. What do you got?
French 20-franc roosters in brilliant uncirculated condition, $255 a piece. Order 20 or more, which would be $5,100, receive a free subscription to the International Forecaster and or an extension, or you can give it away to someone you would like to educate.
Yeah, somebody over at Bloomberg would be nice.
And let me tell you, today's the 19th. Today, the Mint released its supply of 2010 Silver Eagles. I called up the supplier, waiting to hear good news, and there's none left.
Well, it's kind of like
I got one case.
It's kind of like guns and bullets. They don't last long on the shelf.
Nope.
So what do you have out of that case left?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That was it. I had one client that I promised I'd get him a case, and that was it.
Well, seeing as how silver is on the move again, ladies and gentlemen, since we can't provide you with the government-supplied silver, we can give you the I almost said John Galt. Smack me stupid. The Andrew Jackson silver rounds from AOCS.
And the premiums went up an additional 5%.
So shop now, shop hardy,